Hey guys, it's Hicks here, and I'm doing another update on the third level. I'm gonna say right away that we fixed the second level, so now we can actually cook it and actually play it and things like that. The only thing we're waiting on is the music for the second level. First level is completely finished. I am no longer touching that level. Level 2 is completely finished besides the music, so I'm no longer touching that level and playing with it. The only thing we added were our custom bots, which were the spiders that Matt made in the 3ds Max during his midterm project. I'm going to keep everything that they made. I just tweaked the lighting and particle effects, so it just made it a little bit better, but it was his level and I was not going to mess with it. So we're at level 3. I know I said I wouldn't do another update, but after talking in class with the group, or my team, me and Chris and Matt, myself, I really had an uneasy feeling about the third level. Not that it was bad, but something was missing. It felt very open, very dull. I know the Doom map is very open and very dull, but in today's industry, no one accepts dull and open anymore. You have to fill it with stuff to make it look pretty. Make sure, though, it does go with the level and not just random stuff to fill it in. And I'm very glad that the UDK is very futuristic, so it fits the Doom era, or the feel of Doom itself. So I was able to mess with the static meshes and stuff and come up with some really cool ideas. Right away you'll see that I've made a barrier that goes around the water, kind of like a pool, and there was only one access point. And I don't have the sound on, so you're not going to be able to hear the sound effects, but I have burning effects and stuff like that where these barrels are, and where you can see the particle effects back by the generators. I want to call them generators. I've also been thinking to myself that maybe I need to put these barrels with the particle effects and sounds actually outside and keep the inside stuff not burning, well, not as obvious burning like the barrel, and put static meshes around the outside with these barrels burning. I think that'll be what I'm going to be doing in the end. It looks very out of place when you're in here. I'll probably keep some of the barrels with the goo and stuff because that's not harmful to the player. It's just a look thing. But the flame seems kind of off inside a level that's inside. I know I've got flames on here, but it's very subtle. As you can see, it's very small, and you can tell that it's just like a little miniature burn. Instead of here, it's like a huge flame, and in realistic life, it'd be catching the ceiling on fire. As you can see, I've got some work to do. I didn't realize it till I started building things, but I've got the terrain coming through the floor. So that's simple fixes like that. Again, this is all cosmetic work that we'll be doing. Again, you'll see right away I've got the little border of the windows around the pool, and there's one access point right here. The bot sees you but can't shoot you through it, so that's cool. Right here, you got the red light shining because it's like offline. You got it burning, and when you get close to it, like about right here, it has like a sound of flames coming out. And then in here, you've got the containers that would basically be replaced right here. I know they come in all shapes and sizes. That's how I did it. I did it on purpose like that, so it wouldn't look just extremely, just all one size kind of falling together. And then we'll come in here. This goo will probably stay. I'll probably put it somewhere else all over the floor. In here you can see a huge change from when I did the alpha version and in the first couple versions of the level. The terrain will be changing, and the skybox will be really dark. So it's dark outside and it's really dark. Maybe, I don't know. I haven't decided what would be the best to keep it light out here so the sun that shines in gives off enough light. But as you can see, you got some lights, kind of pushing some light onto these generators, or the boxes right here, or these tanks right here. I'd call them propane tanks because that's how they have them set up, or how I have them set up. And then I got these boxes right here with the wire walls. I've seen it in plenty of areas where people got wire walls. I really like wire walls. They're pretty cool, and I try to include them as much as I can when they're needed. And as you can see, I've got some boxes. I got this powered down generator that you'll see in the second room that I've got bunches of. It's like, this is like a storage area where they've got the tanks up there. You got some crates and some, I don't know, I think I just put like a vehicle right there. Not a vehicle, but like a part of a vehicle or something. You got your wires hanging out of the ceiling. I was thinking maybe doing a wire ceiling. I don't know. Please leave your comments below on that one. That's actually a pretty good question. Should I keep the ceiling as blanded as is, or should I make a wire ceiling and make it look like all the wires interconnect with each other? I made these things a little bit higher than I should have, but I was having an issue when I would jump. I would actually jump through the ceiling, and it was only this section of the entire map, this little section right here. So I just put a blocking volume to fix that glitch, just like it was like that weird glitch over by the glass over there. It was the same thing. I was jumping through, and I wasn't gonna mess with it, so I just put, I rigged it to where I can't jump through. And then right here, you got a huge power grid. On fire. It sounds like it's burning. So, again, this is just to fill space, to make it look like it's not so empty, and it really does. It helps. Other things I might be adding are more of these barrels with goo all over the place, maybe seeping into the into this area right here, which could be causing the fire, etc., etc. Get rid of this barrel. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get rid of all these barrels with flames on them and just put them outside. And then if I do that, then I'll have to change the skybox to something darker. And so, soon we kill the first spot. Now, I'm not going to fight him because it doesn't even matter right here. Alright, so this room has changed a bit too. As you can see right away, remember when we first did the alpha version, the bot would actually, all three bots would see me and start shooting at me, and it was just unplayable. I think players would have had a real frustrating time if, they didn't know where the bots were exactly. So I just kind of blocked it off and allowed, hey, there's some health packs right here, and we'll just block off the path of this, actually the view, the tracing of this bot, so he can only see me when I came up, and etc. I still have these lights going off, but I added these generators, which do the same exact animation as these lights. They still do the blinking at the same time, and it is to show that these generators are offline and that they are trying to get power through this tube, but they can't. And I've got a big wire wall, so it looks like they're all interconnecting. And if you can't tell, it kind of matches the material I put on here. But I put all the tubings all across, and they go across the entire wall and into these barrels. I call them, maybe a gas chamber, or I'm sorry about that. A gas tank of some sort, propane. It could be really anything. I did it on both sides with the power generators, and then just the typical weapon back here. Some thoughts though. I've been really trying to figure out about this material that I have on the wall. I feel like I want to put a static mesh here or two, but I don't know which one to put. If you guys are very familiar with UDK, please let me know what would look kind of good. I kind of was messing with stuff, but after playing with it so much, I was like, I don't want to clutter this room. I've got enough static meshes on the walls. I got the lights blinking, because you're not going to be spending too much time in this room really looking at it like you would be in the first and the second room. And that's all I've done so far with tidying it up, making it look not as huge. Though this section right here, there's only going to be a couple changes, and that's just like what I'm adding. God, I can't even kill this guy. What I'm probably going to be doing is putting barrels and the blocks and stuff inside the lava, or in this acid, and just do a matinee sequence where they're floating or just kind of moving around slowly and then going backwards. I felt that was really the only logical thing to do, and so I'm just going to probably keep it like that. Just put, like I said, crates, barrels, whatever, pieces that are going to be flowing through here. And then the last section of the room, nothing. I'm not going to touch it. The only thing I'll probably be doing is replacing that barrel with a crate or another goo. Maybe add some barrels and stuff over here, but I'm not going to be adding too much to this room because this room is finished. I don't want to touch it. And then we go to this last section. It's the exit. Like in all Doom games, this is always the what do you want to call it? The room that is always off from the entire level itself. And this indicator is just saying, hey, press the button, and it'll take you to the credits or the main screen of the game. So this is all I've done in the last couple weeks. I haven't had a lot of time to do much. I'm in another class where it's very time consuming, and to be honest, it's one of the hardest classes I've ever taken. I've got 6 weeks left of school, so what I'm doing right now is extra. This is past what I was going to present at our senior project. So I am going to shoot to get it done, and I will get it done. I know I will, but I'm not. It's not going to be my first priority. So I will keep putting updates up. I even will do a presentation of how I did it exactly for the senior project. So keep look out for that. Again, leave comments below on what you think, some things I should change or add. I'm open to any ideas. Again, I've gone through so many revisions of this level that so far I'm sticking to with how I've done this first room and the second room. The only thing I might be adding or getting requests from is the the wire ceiling and things like that. So until next time, guys, it's 6. Peace.